very good morning and a pleasant day to you all as we join again for another session of Growing Up with Values with Aunty Drups. And last week we discussed honesty with the guy and the red bag and all the toys. And I hope you all have been honest in thought, words, and deeds. You have been honest with your parents, you have been honest with your friends, you have not told any untruths, and you practice honesty throughout the last week. And as usual, before we start our lesson, or before we start our story, let's get comfortable on the ground. When we sit, we cross our legs and we close our eyes. Right, I didn't give you enough time, so here, I'm waiting for you all to sit down on the ground. Yes, we are young, we can sit quickly, and we can cross our legs and gently close our eyes as we take another imaginary walk through another beautiful place. And this time we are on the beach. Although not many of us are going to the beach, we will just imagine we are on the beach and it is a beautiful sunny day. The sun is shining down on us and it's very, very nice. It's cool, not very hot, it's very cool. And we are sitting on the beach, looking at the waves rolling in and making lots of noise. Beautiful noises there. We have birds chirping around. We have the coconut trees swaying in the breeze. And we are sitting there calmly, peacefully, as the breeze is gently blowing on our faces, on our bodies, and we are feeling very, very, very peaceful. And it's all a good feeling. When we are surrounded by nature, trees, water, birds, seagulls flying past and making loud noises, and we repeat these words to ourselves. I will always be calm. I will always be calm. And that's the person that you want to be. A very calm and peaceful person. And we repeat the words, I will always be calm. And we gently open back our eyes and we get back to reality. Our imaginary walk is over. Our imaginary visit to the beach is over. And we are back home and we are going to speak about a businessman. And today's story is about Mr. Prasad, who had an honest worker working for him in his house, and his name was Raju. Now, Mr. Prasad has been a businessman for many, many years. But with business people, they usually come home and do some work sometimes. When they're like month ends, you have a lot more work. So he will come home and he will do some work at home as well before going to bed. And he had a little room where he used to do his work, a little study, where he had a desk with books and a bookshelf where he had all his books and so on, papers and so on. So Mr. Prasad had a little office in his house. And he had this male servant who used to work for him called Raju. And Raju had been a devoted worker of his for over 15 years. So he knew all Mr. Prasad's ways. He knew what he had to do and what he didn't have to do. And he was very devoted to him. Raju himself had a family, his wife, and 3 children at home. He was the sole breadwinner, meaning that he is the one who brought in the money to the family. His wife was not working. His wife used to stay at home, cook the meals, and look after the children. And Raju came to work with Mr. Prasad. And as I said before, he was a very devoted and loyal servant. So he used to clean out the house and dust the place and all of that. So one evening, Mr. Prasad came home from work and he had a very busy day and his work was not complete. So he went into the study and he was finishing some work. And he used to wear glasses, and after he finished his work, he was feeling very tired. And as people would do, they did not really clean up the place after that. He had his pair of glasses like this, and he just closed it and he put it in his book, and he closed the book like that and he left it on his desk. So the next morning, and he went to bed. So the next morning, Raju came to clean out the place. And when he went into the study, the glasses, as I told you, was in the book here. And Raju just took the book up, and what happened? The glasses fell to the ground. And what do you think happened with the glasses? Yeah, the glasses broke. And it must have been a really expensive glasses. When it fell to the ground, it broke. And same time, who came into the room? Mr. Prasad. So when Mr. Prasad saw that, they both realized that the glasses had broken. And you can imagine what Mr. Prasad did. He flew into a rage. He became very, very, very angry, right? And when someone is angry, they say all sorts of things. Turn off the music. And when someone is angry, they usually get very upset, red, and they say whatever. So poor Raju was there very scared because he knew he couldn't even afford to replace the glasses. The glasses must have been expensive, and he was working for very little money. So he, on the other hand, was very, very, very scared of what Mr. Prasad might do. And as expected, Mr. Prasad started saying all sorts of things. He said, Raju, you idiot, you fool. What did you do? You broke my expensive glasses. Can you buy back my glasses? And so he behaved. And he was really, really in a deep rage. And when someone is in a rage, they behave almost as if they're mad. And Mr. Prasad said, listen to me, Raju, I don't want to see your face around here anymore. You just leave my place and get away from here. I don't want to see you. Don't ever come back here. I don't ever want to see your face again. And as he walked away, Raju walked behind him and said, please, Mr. Prasad, I'll do whatever you want. But I'm very, very, very sorry. I don't want to lose my job. I love working here with you. It was only an accident. It was a mistake. And I am so very sorry. But Mr. Prasad could hear no more about it. Get away from here, Raju. I don't want to see your face ever again. Get away from here. And poor Raju, when he realized that Mr. Prasad didn't want to listen to a word that he had to say, he left. And he went home. And when he went home, his wife said, why are you home so early? He said, well, Mr. Prasad sent me away, and he told her about the glasses and how it broke. And she said, well, don't worry. We will make things do. We will make things happen. You don't worry. And she comforted him, consoled him. And his children were also very upset that their father had been fired from his job. He could no longer go to work for Mr. Prasad. In the meantime, when Mr. Prasad and his wife went to bed, Mr. Prasad started to think about what happened during that day. And he told his wife what happened, and then he reflected, he thought about what happened. And he told himself, he told his wife, well, it was really an accident. She said, yes, it was an accident, and you should not have behaved badly like that, because Raju has been our servant for many, many years. He's almost like family to us. And she spoke to Mr. Prasad, and he himself realized that he had been really, really harsh to Raju, because in the first place, he should have secured his glasses, and in the second place, Raju just went to do his duty by moving the book and dusting the place. He had no idea that a pair of glasses was stuck into that book. So both he and his wife discussed the matter, and they realized that Raju has been such a loyal, devoted servant that they should give him another chance. And the next day, Mr. Prasad sent to call Raju. And of course, Raju didn't know what to expect, but he had to come. So he came, and when he came, he was extremely delighted to hear that Mr. Prasad thought over the whole thing, and he realized it was an accident. And Raju was very, very apologetic. He said, I am sorry, I'm sorry. He said, no, don't worry, it was also my mistake. So from today you can come back and you can work for me. And Raju was very, very thankful and very excited that he could get back his job. Right? So this is a story where we learn what anger can do to someone. And now I'm going to ask you some questions based on this story. And I would like you all to answer it loudly, because I am listening and I am seeing and I am hearing you. So, what were the names of the two persons in the story? Devan? Yes, Devan, you're from very far, Brampton, Canada. Let's hear Devan. What are the names of the two persons in the story? Right, Mr. Prasad and Raju. Now, what was Mr. Prasad's occupation? What was his job? What was his job? Sakshi? All right, Mr. Prasad was a businessman. Now, what would he do sometimes before going to bed when he came home? Arna? He would go into his office at home and finish his work. What happened on that particular evening when he was feeling sleepy? Juhi? Yes, where did he put the glasses? In the book, right. Now, why did Raju move the book? Ravina? Yes, he wanted to dust. He wanted to dust the desk. What happened to the glasses? Rajiv? Yes, I'm seeing you, Rajiv. What happened to the glasses? It fell to the ground. Good. Now, who came into the room at that same time? Sharvi? Yeah, Mr. Prasad, his boss came into the room at that same time. Now, what did both Raju and Mr. Prasad realize? Virish? Yes, they both realized. Yes, that the glasses broke when it fell from the book. Now, how did Raju feel on seeing that broke glasses? Saresh? Yes, Raju felt very upset. Yeah. He was very, very upset. Now, how did Mr. Prasad react? Arya? He became very mad. What did Raju immediately do? Nish? Yes, Raju began to apologize. What happened after that? What did Mr. Prasad do? Pravir? Yes, he sent away Raju. Right? He sent away Raju. Now, how did Raju's family feel when his wife and his children saw him at home? Sanjeev? Yes, they were very hurt, but what did his wife do? Gitanjali? Yeah. His wife comforted and consoled him. Now, when Mr. Prasad and his wife went to sleep, what did they discuss? Vivek? They discussed why the glasses broke, the whole incident. Now, what did his wife point out to him? Sanjay? That it was an accident and it was a totally Raju's fort. Now, whom did Mr. Prasad send for next morning? Kavir. Right. He sent for Raju. When Raju came, what did Mr. Prasad tell him? Shreya. Right. Good. Now, so what did you all learn from this whole incident? What did we learn? Yes, that when you get angry, lots of things can happen. Right? Anger is something that makes you mad. Can you remember any time when you got angry? Maybe you get angry with your friends. Maybe you get angry with your parents. Sometimes children get angry with their parents when they don't have their own ways. Right? So we're going to look at a song, after which we'll talk about anger again. Right? So we're going to have this song. Okay, the words of the song. When I'm about to lose my cool, I ask myself, what should I do? Should I be angry? Should I be calm? Here's what I tell myself. Don't be mad at all. It's not a good thing for you. It only makes others sad whenever you get mad. Okay, so let us read it together now, please. Okay, begin. When I'm about to lose my cool, I ask myself, what should I do? Should I be angry? Should I be calm? Here's what I tell myself. Don't be mad at all. It's not a good thing for you. It only makes others mad whenever you get mad. Okay, so we're going to sing it now. We'll play it with the music, and afterwards we'll try it without the music. Okay. When I'm about to lose my cool, I ask myself, what should I do? Should I be angry? Should I be calm? Here's what I tell myself. Don't be mad at all. It's not a good thing for you. It only makes others sad whenever you get mad. When I'm about sing up, please, loudly. Sakshi, Sharvi, Vaish, Nishish, you know it. Sing loudly. Should I be angry? Should I be calm? Here's what I tell myself. Don't be mad at all. It's not a good thing for you. It only makes others sad whenever you get mad. Right? So you want to try it without the music? It's easy. It's catchy. Okay. 2, 3. Everybody loudly. When I'm about to lose my cool, I ask myself, what should I do? Should I be angry? Should I be calm? Here's what I tell myself. Don't be mad at all. It's not a good thing for you. It only makes others sad whenever you get mad. Whenever you get mad. All right, so I will practice it again once more before we close, but now we're going to talk about anger. Now, do you see this here? Okay. Anger is like a dangerous dog. Right? Have you ever seen a dog that can bite? A dog that rushes up to you? Right? That is what anger is like, a dangerous dog. Always keep it properly chained. Right? Anger is like a dangerous dog. Always keep it properly chained. Now we spell the word anger A-N-G-E-R. If we put a D before that word, it becomes D-A-N-G-E-R. So anger could easily become danger. And that is not what we want. So just repeat these words after me. Anger is like a dangerous dog. Always keep it properly chained. Let's read it again together. Anger is like a dangerous dog. Always keep it properly chained. Okay, and some facts I'm going to share with you with anger. Now, there's a saying, anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Okay? Now, that means only people who don't think get angry. So we need to think before we say something that might be out of line and that might sound angry. Let's just think. Be smart. Now, there are many risks with when you get angry. When you get angry, you think of the consequences to your own self and to the others around you. For example, mommy and daddy says, you cannot have something. Your first reaction will be, why not? Why not? I need to have that. And you begin to get angry. And your blood begins to boil. And you feel it into you. And you're getting angry and angry and angry. And mommy just has to say, calm down, calm down, calm down. How many of your mommy and daddy have to tell you, calm down? Right? Right. Good. So now, you realize that anger can affect your health. You will have problems with your blood pressure. You'll have problem with all sorts of health issues, right? It is also a sign that you can become disrespectful, and I don't think that any of my children out there is disrespectful. So anger is equivalent to disrespect as well, right? So don't get angry. Now, you suffer from anxiety and stress. Whenever you get angry, you feel everything inside of you kind of churning around and boiling up, and you don't know how to handle it, right? So anger is something that cannot be easily managed. You have to be very alert. When you're getting angry, you yourself have to calm yourself. And in some ways in which you can calm yourself, and I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget any of these. First of all, when you get angry, you realize, oh gosh, I'm becoming angry. You just zip it and throw away the key, right? You stop talking. If you don't talk, you will not express any anger, any angry thoughts. So, zip it. You walk away, you calmly walk away, and you don't walk away in a huff and puff. You calmly walk away, because if you walk away in a huff and puff, it means that you are still angry. So you just realize that I'm getting angry. Let me just walk away from this situation, right? Mommy and daddy are very firm on their decision, so let me just think about it for a while and see why they're thinking the way they're thinking. Now, you go to the sink and you take a glass of water and you drink it. And you probably keep some in your mouth so you don't say anything. Have you ever tried that? You go to the kitchen, get a glass, take some water, and you hold it in your mouth until you overcome that anger. Right, so try that. You talk to someone you can trust. You go and tell auntie or granny or somebody, mommy and daddy don't want me to do this. Why can't I do it? And then you will have an explanation. Okay, so mummies and daddies and people around you do not act without thinking. So you as a child have to respect their views and don't be angry, right? So anger can affect you all in many different ways. Now let us talk about with your friends. How many of you get angry with your friends? Sometimes you want to play and your friend doesn't want to play. What do you do? For example, oh gosh, John, come and let us go and kick some ball outside. He said, oh God, it's so hot, I wouldn't go outside. Oh gosh, come the boy. No, I don't want to come now. Oh God, well, you something, and you get angry at your friend just because your friend doesn't want to go outside and play with you. You can never have things your way all the time. So you respect people's decision. If your friend doesn't want to go outside because of a particular reason, you be cool with that, right? So don't be angry, be cool. Say, okay, well, another time. Now with your parents, as I said, that is disrespect. You must listen to your parent, right? You must listen to your elders, you must listen, right? They know what they are saying. And you should never ever get angry with your parents or those people who are elder than you and trying to advise you good. Okay, so never get angry with them. Anger is like a dangerous dog. Always keep it properly chained. So you must always remember that. Don't get angry with anyone who is advising you for your own benefit. Do you ever think that mothers and fathers will tell you something that is not right for you? Think about that. Does your mommy and does your daddy love you more than anything else in the world? They love you more than anything else in the world. Mommies and daddies and grannies and all of those people love you so much that they will never want the worst for you. They will always want to give you what you want. But you have to make sure that it is something that you want. Now, there are two words. I am sorry. I am sorry. Now, how many of you all feel that you cannot say it? Now, sometimes some people do something wrong, right? And they could never apologize. Apology is not something that you have to think about. If you do something wrong, immediately you say, I am sorry. That is an expression that people feel difficult to say it. And it would that phrase, I am sorry, would prevent a lot of damaged relationships. Sometimes somebody does something, you react, and it's not the best way that you should have reacted. So immediately you realize, oh my gosh, I did something bad. Let me just say I am sorry. And with that, I am sorry, it rights everything that was wrong, right? So I am sorry. Learn to say I am sorry when you get angry, when you act as if you are not thinking right, and you apologize to the person to whom you have been doing something wrong. Right? So say that to yourself now. Say, I am sorry. I am sorry. Right? Say it 3 times. I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. Right? So anger can bring out the worst in you. You realize that and you apologize. And all it takes for an apology is, I am sorry. Okay, and before we end the session, let us sing the song again with the music. So, pay attention to the words of the song and always practice not to get mad at anyone. Always. When I'm about to lose my cool, I ask myself, what should I do? Should I be angry? Should I be calm? Here's what I tell myself. Don't be mad at all. It's not a good thing for you. It only makes others sad whenever you get mad. When I'm about to lose my cool, I ask myself, what should I do? Should I be angry? Should I be calm? Here's what I tell myself. Don't be mad at all. It's not a good thing for you. It only makes others sad whenever you get mad. Whenever you get mad. Don't be mad at all. It's not a good thing for you. It only makes others sad whenever you get mad. So, for the next few days, I would like you all to practice not getting anyone sad by your getting mad. Right? So, until next week, lots of love, keep good, keep being calm, and I love you. All the best, my darlings. Goodbye.